When we say watercolor, we actually meant to transparent watercolor without realizing that there are multiple way of doing watercolors. What is watercolors means? Watercolors means two elements, water and colors. When we are using water as a medium and water is playing a big role to create tones, dilute colors, then we are considering it as a watercolor. So, other than transparent watercolor, there are gouache, there are wash painting, even acrylic, poster color. These all are actually in the family of watercolor. But in general, like I said, when we talk about watercolor, we generally consider a particular way of doing watercolor, which is actually transparent watercolor. Now, what is transparent watercolor means? Transparent watercolor means where we are using layer after layer and we can actually see through the layers from last to the first if we are doing it properly. So now, what is the proper way of doing watercolor? In this video, I will show you the proper way to do this watercolor step by step. In this video, I have done an onion. I will show you all the layers I have used during the process and how I am applying it. Now, while talking about applying, watercolor has three major aspects. One, making the colors. Two, balance between water and the pigments, which we generally call colors. And the third, how I am applying the brush on the surface. Now it is time for the proper and detailed demonstration. Purposely, I have kept this video with real time without any fast forward or time lapse so that you can realize that how much time it takes to do a simple object or what is the actual methodology to do a transparent watercolor layer by layer. Step 1, you should practice to draw with brush while you are doing watercolor, because lead doesn't go well with water. It's create a black tint, and if you are using watercolor pencil, that time also the pigment dilutes with the water and they change the color tone. That's why the safest way to draw with brush only, which I have done here. First tone, second tone, third tone. There are a general concept that we use 3 tones for watercolor painting, but we actually do lot of tones in betweens when we are applying water and diluting one pre-decided tone. Here I am showing 2 basic tones I am using as a first tone. First, the basic tone, and second, when we are using it with the water or with the excess water, you can say. Now see how I am applying the first tone. Now in the watercolor, we actually have to leave all the highlights because we can't use white. So transparent watercolor has a condition that we don't use white or we don't use black. Why? I will explain you later. So here I have to leave all the white part or highlighted part, and I have to maintain that throughout the painting. So why we don't use white? Because white makes the whole color opaque, and we don't use black because that actually change the color tone. Everything becomes a little dark and dirty. So we don't use black. Now in these 2 onion I am using first tone, and eventually I will complete one, so that you will understand that how the journey goes in every tones. Now after that, in the left side I will show the tones I am applying. Color I have already told you I have used. So it's better for you to watch carefully all the process, that how I am actually applying each and every color and how I am leaving the spaces or the light areas tone by tone. So after first tone, when I am going to the next tone, then I am leaving the softer part after the highlight. So it's something like a back calculation. Like when we do oil, we do it in a middle tone, then we eventually put the highlight on top. But here we will leave the highlight and eventually we'll come to the darker part. So you see in details and you will understand that what and how I am doing. So now concentrate on the process.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. Sometimes you need to go and take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell. You and me, we're meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. You and me, meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. the sunny days caress our skin when we begin to thaw. All the white noise fading out to the void of everything we've done. We always make mistakes, but round up just where we began. I might be lost again, but I haven't seen you too.
So I will try to explain everything in this video. If you have any more question, you please ask me in the inbox, or you can WhatsApp in this number, or you can follow us in Instagram.